Day 7, Peerless. Hey, it's Day 7 on our whiskey advent calendar. Thank you for tuning in and joining us. Hopefully you've picked up a few of these days you've watched. You'll notice if you've watched any of these, this is much harder than I thought it would be. So let's jump right into today. We have Day 7, bottle here, answer key here, empty glass. Let's go in for a sip. Interesting. Almost has a candied butterscotch, but almost like a medicinal cough syrup. Not necessarily a cherry flavor, but more of the just kind of syrupy, sugary, alcohol-y smell, if that makes sense. The more it settles here, the better the smell is, and more of the sweetness of the caramel, butterscotch. Good smell, not super strong, not super dark, kind of a darker amber, but good smell. You definitely get a little bit of a hint of oak on it, a little bit of kind of a cinnamon, nutmeg kind of smell. Going for a sip here. Okay. Man, coats really well. Great mouthfeel, a lot of spice on that back end. Sweetness, that brown sugar, caramel, butterscotch-ish kind of flavor definitely hits strong, and then it settles in with a little bit of that kind of rye spice, that kind of nutmeg, allspice tingle, and then you get that oak kind of on the back end there. Yeah, it's hard to know exactly what the proof is because this is the first sip I've had, and it feels fairly strong. Feels like it's in that 115 range, but I don't know if it's. Let's go in for a second sip. Okay, man, I get just a ton of that caramel butterscotch. It almost has a consistency of kind of the syrupy, oily covering. Where it kind of drops off, where I feel it lacks a little bit, is that mid palate kind of towards the end. It kind of, coats really well in the beginning, good sweetness, good flavors. You get that kind of spice, and then it just kind of disappears really quick. And then you get a lot more of that kind of alcohol burn. But let's give it for a rating here, what I'd score this. I would say 7.3, solid 7.3. I could sip on this most evenings. It's not too strong. It's not overly strong flavors that are kind of competing. It's kind of a nice smooth sweetness. Doesn't last super long, but again, more and more you sip it, the better it gets, I think. Well, here's my guess. I am not 100% sure on this. I would kind of lean towards it being, I don't think it's finished bourbon. My first initial thought was kind of an old Ezra. I think it's higher than the 99. I think I have a Master's Distiller collection, and I have a bottle barrel pick. And so, actually, you know what? I'll say Ezra Brooks. Let's see if I'm right. Let's check out the answer. Day 7. We have Peerless. All right, so here it is. Peerless, small batch, Kentucky straight bourbon. Peerless Distilling. I have not really had much of this. I bought this bottle, and I think I might have had a quick sip out of it when I first got it, but you can tell, obviously, I've not drank much out of it. It's 111.2 proof, but Day 7, Peerless. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.